Yo! Welcome to the Dray Way. What's going on? I know what's going on. You know what's going on. We got a lot of stuff we got to talk about. So pull up a chair, grab your sandwich, grab your Monster, Diet Coke, whatever you're drinking, and just know we got a good show for you today. A lot of things we got to get off. We got to talk about. We got to get off our chest. So get ready. I got a good show for you today. Let's go! Okay, let's talk about it. I don't want to talk about LA County because I think it's a distraction. What I want to talk about is true employment in this country right now is nowhere near 4.2%. That's not real. What's going on right now is real employment is not a thing of today. It's a thing of the past, because a lot of these jobs, a lot of the jobs that are so-called being created, a lot of the jobs that are out there and available are jobs that don't pay enough for you to survive. And it's getting worse. More jobs aren't being created, high-paying jobs that are going to enable people to have a future. These are jobs that pay little money, where people can barely survive. And yeah, those aren't real jobs. If you can't really survive, it's not really a job. And that's increasing across the United States. And we need to start talking about what's going on across the United States, especially in the lower half of the United States. We are watching a complete economic crash right before our eyes. I've been calling it for the last 2 years about real estate. Real estate is just completely falling apart. Completely falling. If you're buying a house right now, particularly in the southern half of the United States, you are out of your mind. You are crazy, because prices are going to keep going down. They're going to keep going down because homes are not affordable. And where are these jobs coming from that are supposed to pay for these houses? Where are people making the money to be able to afford $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 homes? And I know some of you in LA are like, well, that's, it's $1 million, blah, blah. We know, okay? Some of you that live in certain areas, yes, we know it starts at $1 million plus. We got it. But for the most America, the so-called $400,000 home that used to be a $200,000 home, people can't afford these $400,000 homes. These people that have bought in the last couple of years, they're finding out it's really, really expensive to own a house. That is why right now, millions and millions of people are behind on their mortgage payment. And it's going to get much, much worse. If you live in Texas, if you live in Florida, Louisiana, Tennessee, Arizona, you're talking about prices that are going to go down 15 to 30% from where they're at right now. An additional 15 to 30%. Some areas have already gone down 5, 10, 15%. It's going to go down another 15 to 30%. And right now, with so many people unable to afford anything and people flat running out of money, what is it you think is going to happen to inventory? More and more people are having to sell because they simply can't afford their home. And their homes aren't getting cheaper. Their homes are getting more expensive. Taxes are going up. Insurance is going up. HOA is going up. And people are at their wits' end. And that's why I tell people right now, my goodness, there are such great deals in renting. Yeah, you can, if you just shop a little bit, you can get absolutely unbelievable, amazing deals renting. So why on earth would I want to buy something right now in an economy that is at its edge and watching housing prices go down? Do you know how many projects are going on right now in Texas and Florida and some of these states? Do you know how many do you know how many new projects are going on where they're not even finishing the houses? The houses aren't even going to get finished. Yeah, that's a growing epidemic across the South. So here they've added all this inventory. Texas has added inventory like crazy over the last 3 years. And the building standards that they've met, wait till you see what these houses look like 10, 15 years from now. These houses that have recently been built haven't been built to last 30, 40, 50 years. These are houses that are going to be throwaway houses in about 15 years. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Because 5, 10 years from now, the houses that have been built in the last few years, 10 years down the road, you wait until we get into the middle of 2035. And we're talking about all the homes that are literally just falling apart because they were built so poorly. Yeah. But real estate, you're talking about just a complete and utter collapse. And it's happening right before our eyes. And because it doesn't happen in the day, everybody thinks that, it's like the stock market, and the stock market crashes in one day. Real estate doesn't do that. If you remember what I said the other day, 2007 real estate crashed, and it was crashing in 8, 9, 10, 11. For years, it was in the toilet. And that's exactly what's happening today. And the only reason it hasn't spiraled out of control, I'll give you Las Vegas as an example. Do you know that one company, owns thousands of homes here in Las Vegas? Yeah, because they're allowed to. I mean, that should be immediately, that should be a law that you cannot own, as a corporation, you're not allowed to own thousands of homes. As one of these hedge funds, you're not allowed to own all those properties. You're not allowed. You're allowed to own 5, not 5,000. Those are homes that are supposed to go to people, to individuals. But I'll tell you, when that law passes, if that law passes, real estate prices would be cut by 50%. Zoop, 50%. Because inventory would absolutely skyrocket. But a lot of those companies that are holding a lot of those houses, they're about to lose a whole lot of money. Because there is literally nothing in the horizon that is going to stop this real estate crash. Certainly not the fact that you have AI coming online, which over the next 24 months is going to get rid of millions of jobs. You're just not going to be coders. Yeah, graphic artists. I mean, movie production. I could just go on and on and on and on. Your job is not needed. AI does it. Your job's not needed. You can go home. I can have AI do your job in seconds. Yeah, that's coming over the next 24 months. So what are those people going to do? How are they going to pay their mortgage? You're looking at, for the next few years, a complete collapse in real estate. Yeah. And those people that got fired, what real estate do I think is actually going to be of value? Real estate that is inexpensive. Yeah, the $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 homes. No, people are going to be looking for $60,000, $80,000, $100,000 homes in Mansfield, Ohio, or in Lima, Ohio, or in Youngstown, Ohio. Yeah, suddenly those towns are going to seem pretty nice when you consider you can go get an $80,000 home there and survive. Because the $400,000, $500,000 homes that people have bought recently, many of them are going to lose that house. Because real estate over the next few years doesn't look good, folks. Doesn't look good at all. Let me know what you think in the comments. Welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. We got a lot more to talk about. Hit the subscribe button. I've been trying to get to 40,000 and I just don't know what I'm doing. I guess I got to start wearing a bikini. Oh, that's right. I don't wear a bikini. All right. Maybe if someone else did, I don't know. Hit the subscribe button, will you? And stick around. We got more to go. I talked about some of this the other day, and I just gotta keep talking about it because it's Americans, and Americans are suffering in Mississippi and Kentucky and North Carolina and in some of these states, St. Louis, some of these areas and states and towns have been absolutely devastated by tornadoes and hurricanes. And help is needed. Help is desperately needed for these people, and no one's coming. And I just don't know, what are people supposed to do that have lost everything? Why can't they count on the federal government to come in and provide them with assistance? Why is that not a thing anymore? Since when did we become the country that goes, well, whatever happens, happens? And where the hell are all you billionaires? You guys are billionaires, and you can't help out some of these towns. You can't lift a finger. You can't provide $1 million or $2 million in food assistance. You just can't do anything, right? And I'm talking, how about the Walmart family? Yeah, each one of you are worth over $100 billion. $100 billion. And you can't help out some of these towns? You just can't part with some of that money? It's just gotten ridiculous. It's gotten ridiculous that, some of these people have this much money. I mean, I don't think you guys can really comprehend having 10, 15, 20, 50, $100 billion. What what $1 billion really means, I don't think you grasp it. That is such a massive amount of money that you could just literally give it away every day and it not put a dent in your money. And some of these billionaires have tens of billions of dollars. They could give away millions and millions of dollars every day and not even miss it, not even know it's gone. And be helping Americans, helping these people in these small towns. Why isn't that being done? Why are we constantly trying to protect billionaires that, when it comes right down to it, are basically assholes? Sorry, but you billionaires, most of you are just assholes. Because how can you watch all this suffering? How can you watch it and do nothing about it? I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand. You got this massive mound of money behind you that you could never spend in 10 lifetimes. And you can't help out people in these small towns that have lost everything. You're not rich. You're just an asshole. That's the way, I'm sorry, but that's the way I see it. Because I know if I had $10 billion and I saw a town in Mississippi get wiped out, I would have assistance there tomorrow. Because it wouldn't cost me anything to care a little bit. It doesn't, when you have that much money, it literally doesn't cost you anything just to be human and care. But with all you billionaires, where is that caring? Where is that, I just don't get it. When is enough enough? When you can't take it, I hate to break it to you, it ain't going with you. And the only thing that's going to be left is what you did. That's all that's going to be left. Let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think? Again, don't go anywhere. You're at the Dray Way, and I have a final thought. Just a little tip, just a little advice. Take care of your car. Maintain your car. Change the oil. Really look out after your car. Changing the oil is a huge. I use full synthetic in my cars, and that's a good way to prevent. But just keep up with the upkeep and stuff. Understand right now, owning a car and having a car is extremely expensive. Insurance expensive. Gasoline expensive. Everything about having a car is expensive. Even if you own the car. If you don't own the car, holy tamale, Your car payment could be $1,000, $1,200, $1,500, $1,800. That sounds crazy to me. But, it's getting extremely expensive. I went with a buddy the other day car shopping. I looked at him and I said, you're better you than me. Better you than me. Because anything, and nowadays they build these things with so much technology, and you sit there and you go, I don't want any part of that. I don't want all that technology and bells and whistles. I've seen that type of technology in BMW for years. And you know what's trouble with BMW? Yeah, too much electronics, too much. Yeah. Dude, I wouldn't even, I don't even think I'd buy a new car today. I think I'd go look for a car 5, 7 years old and buy one of the old ones. I don't want one of the new ones. I don't want one of the cars that have all these electronics on. I see nothing but problems. That's all I see. And all I want to do is get from point A to point B with the air conditioning on and a radio. That's it. All that other stuff doesn't mean squat to me. Doesn't mean a damn thing to me. Oh, it's got this. Oh, it's got that. I don't care. Air conditioning and a radio, and I'm good. Because going to pay $80,000 for a car. I looked at him and I said, you got to be nuts. I said, take the $20,000 that you're going to put down on this car and just buy a car for 20 grand. Buy a 5, 6-year-old car for 20 grand and just be done with it. Oh, why would I want to get something 5 years old? Because you'll own it. It's yours. You don't have to make payments on it. The insurance isn't going to be astronomical. You know what the insurance is on an $80,000 car? Forget about it. Again, let me know what you guys think. And don't forget, there's a new Dray Way each and every day. And I hope you stop back and see me every day, because there will be a new Dray Way every day. And things are getting crazy. So if you have an idea, if you have something you want to talk about, let me know in the comments. Have a great day, everybody. I'm out of here. We'll see you later.